We are going to learn with a real example about last names in the Hispanic world. This is the names of my two parents. Segundo Juan Gomez Cando is my dad when he was single. Gomez is my grandpa last name and Cando is my grandma last name. Piedad Inés Ortega Ábalos. Ortega is my mommy's last, my grandpa last name, and Ábalos is my grandma last name. Here is when they just met. They were singles, and later they decide to get married. After they get married, my mama name changed to Piedad Inés Ortega, and she took my daddy's last name followed with the preposition of. So her full name is Piedad Inés Ortega de Gómez. After a few years, they decide to have a beautiful kid. That's me. And they name me José Luis Gómez Ortega. José, my first name, Luis, my middle name. Gómez is because of my dad's last name. Ortega is my mommy's last name. When I was young, I met a lady. Her name is Itzel Janela Rojas Rodriguez. She was single, she was my girlfriend. So Rojas is her father last name and Rodriguez is her mother last name. So after a few months, I decided to be the most happy man in the world. So we get married, and her name changed to Itzel Janela Rojas de Gómez. So she took my last name followed with the preposition de. So her name changed to Itzel Janela Rojas de Gómez. Later, we have a daughter, and we named her Itzel Janel Gómez Rojas. So there is a curious thing here. My father-in-law misspelled her name, my wife's her name, and my wife, she decided to spell it correctly in my daughter's. So her name is Itzel, double L, Janel Gómez Rojas. Gómez for my last name and Rojas for my wife's last name. And also we have a son, so his name is José Luis Gómez Rojas. Gómez is my last name, Rojas is my wife's last name. That's the way it is about the last names in the Spanish speaking world. Bye.